Say it with me now. Alphamalegod 51 Spade. I'm in this thing for ENT Entertainment. And yeah, man, I ain't did one of these in a long time, so I hope y'all do enjoy, because, man, we finna talk about this P. Diddy situation that's going on. So, man, we finna go over a couple of things real quick and, you know, get into this. So, first of all, as most people all know, they raided his house in LA and they raided his home in Miami. Obviously, the feds are on his, you already know they on his back. In his Los Angeles home, when they did raid it, both of his adult sons was in there. Justin and King, what was his son's name? King Combs. You know, they were in there. You right there, you can see they're being detained. And, you know, the reports are coming out that they were actually slammed on the ground and detained. They actually went in his house and basically tore that whole house up. Footage is being shown of them taking out electronic equipment and these things because of the sexual allegations that's coming out with P. Diddy. Now, when sexual allegations come out and the feds are on the loose, one of the first things I do want to point out is that there's no charges that are being charged right now. Like, they're allegations, so they're trying to get to the bottom and to gather as much information as they can. As you can see, they went in safes, they just tore his whole house apart looking for information, cracked safes, took electronic devices, all those type of things. So when they start doing that, like I said, they're basically trying to see what they can gather, all information they can gather, and try to put together a case. It doesn't mean that he's guilty, it just means that they're trying to put together that case. Meantime, in Miami, he was actually being detained in Miami. Now, Diddy does have two jets. One jet was in Antigua and his other jet in Miami. They thought that he was on that jet that was in Antigua, but there's no track record or anything that was even saying that people was that was affiliated with him was even on that jet. But the jet that he actually was on was in Miami, and he got ready to board. As you can see right here, they actually stopped him and they're detaining him right here in Miami, as you can see. And, you know, the feds are just talking to him, trying to get information. Actually, I believe, and I really want to say, is he was there with his two daughters for the weekend. That's exactly that. He was there with for the weekend with his two younger daughters, and they was trying to party. But as you can see, they're just detaining him. Now, one of his closest friends that was actually on that jet was arrested, which is Brendan Paul. He was arrested for allegedly having drugs on him. He had cocaine on him and marijuana. He actually was arrested that day, but then released the next day. Sometimes it's good to know people in high places. If you know Diddy, and hey, I don't know, you know, sometimes, hey, you know how it goes sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Those could be for recreational use. It's not like he a drug mule or anything like that. So, hey, that's just one of the things that come with that. Now, I do want to say that, like I said, these are sexual allegations that are being, they're trying to get down to the bottom of the crime. I want you to listen to one of the reporters of what they actually are talking about, because I do agree with this, and this will shed a little bit more light to this.
Well, I think the main piece of evidence that they're looking for is video recordings or cell phones or anything having to deal with cameras, because from the civil lawsuits that have been filed, specifically the one that was filed by the Mail just in February, he states that there are video recordings and that Puffy had secret cameras that were located in the different rooms inside of the home. So by law enforcement recovering those video cameras, recovering laptops, recovering cell phones, they're able to investigate and do a forensic investigation into those electronic devices and try to get additional evidence as to a crime that has taken place, which will be able to move along any criminal investigation towards possible charges.
We don't really know, like, is the public, we don't know if it's crazy in this time and age, especially in the hip hop community, because I want to get a little bit more deeper in this. Now, of course, we all know that there's two allegations that came out. You had one lawsuit by Cassie for sexual allegations, and then you have another one by a producer named Little Rod. Now, what's so funny in this community, a lot of times in the hip hop community, in America is guilty until proven innocent. But for us, when we started seeing the allegations and stuff like that, we automatically start assuming things about his character and things of that nature that just make you look at it and say, hey, he's just guilty. Now, I'll go on record and say that for me, myself, I never was a Diddy fan. I don't take away from anything that he's actually done in far as the music industry and what he's done for hip hop and things of that nature, but I just never was a fan of him. So I wasn't the person, you know, with his Ciroc and, you know, his albums and all those type of things. To me, I've always said, to me, my own personal opinion, that he was the devil. And things that just didn't sit right with me based on what a lot of people are doing now, like things that you've seen, contracts, people who's worked with him, people he's owed money to, working with Mace, and Mace saying he owed him money, Danny D. Kane. The list goes on and on, his record company and his label and things of the sort. So for his situation with Shine, with the in the club, with the shooting and things like that, I just felt like he was just not a good person. Now, I don't know about the sexual allegations. I'm just talking about those things in general. But now, as you can see, a lot of his friends, a lot of people are not really, it doesn't look like they're standing in his corner, and they just looking at him saying he's guilty. Now, conspiracy theory or not, a lot of times they saying like he stepped down from Revolt, he was trying to sue Ciroc and that company, and this is the reason why some of these things are happening to him. It could be true, it could not be true. I mean, we're going to have to sit back and watch the show, because obviously we don't know some of these things. A lot of these allegations and things that are being said, he hasn't been charged. He hasn't been charged with. So I'll just say, like, really, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm gonna sit back and watch the show. Y'all free to say and feel the way that you want to feel. Boosie released a tweet not too long ago. I think it was yesterday, saying like, you know, where's all his celebrity friends, all the people that were hanging with him, people who helped him with the album, everybody is mom's word. I can't say whether that's right or wrong, because he hasn't even said anything. They could have called him and he could have just been like, hey man, everything is cool, everything is kosher. And that's why people are not really speaking up. Or it could be a situation where he feels like he's done nothing wrong and the truth will come out. And only time will tell. But what I will say is, like, you know, you can't say that someone is guilty. Even though I'm not a Puff Daddy fan, you can't say someone is guilty without the charges coming forward. And a lot of times when you're dealing with the higher ups and you have the powers that be, look at how many of us is when I say us, you already know what I mean. Look at what happened to Bill Cosby. Look what happened to Michael Jackson. Look what happened to Dave Chappelle. Like, a lot of times when we do not know what goes on in these inner circles, the politics and everything that go on. So my thing has always been, like, when they done with you, they done with you. Me personally, I don't feel he should have settled with Cassie, and they couldn't go that route, so now they're going another route. And then you have the subpoenas that's going down, which leads me to believe, and these are my own personal thoughts, is that they don't have anything. They're searching for things, but they don't have anything. And trust me, in a case like this, they're gonna have to have solid proof to convict him and put him away. And if they don't, and it's not a strong enough case, then he's gonna be back out here. Did those sexual allegations happen? Who knows, man? I'm not gonna act like people don't do things for money. I'm not gonna even act like people don't lie. I mean, and sometimes when you do things for people, especially in the black community, and you cut them off, they become angry and they will make up lies and make up things and say things. And, you know, you see one lawsuit and another lawsuit comes. So it's numerous things that can actually happen that I could say, hey, I got to sit back and watch the show and see if they find some videotape, some evidence, or some things that come out that say that he's guilty. And that's where I'm gonna leave it, man. So y'all leave comments. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this situation. Hey, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And, you know, I'll continue to bring y'all entertainment, man, because that's what I'm here to do. This is 51 Spade, Alphamalegod, signing out for ENT, man. And until next time, you know what it is, man. Peace.